Welcome back to EDS, and in this video I'm going to show you how to get big profits even if you have a small account. So what we're going to be doing is writing options contracts on futures contracts. So the first thing that you want to do is open up a watch list of futures that have options available to trade on them. We use options because options allows us to get a high probability of success, which is going to give us consistent returns. And we use futures because futures uses span margin, which allows us to be very capital efficient, and that's going to give us a high return on our capital. So once you've got your watch list open, if your broker doesn't display a default watch list, then just take note of these ticker symbols and make your own custom watch list. And then you want to order everything from high to low IV rank, and you only want to be looking at underlyings to trade with an IV rank of at least 30. Anything over 30 is considered to have a high IV rank. Anything over 50 is considered to have a very high IV rank. If you have a smaller account, you probably want to stick to things like currencies, maybe some bonds. If you have a larger account, by all means just pick whatever you like. Just make sure that whatever you do pick fits well and complements your portfolio, so it helps to have some market awareness as well. It's best to keep everything nice and diverse. That will also help the consistency of your returns. So once you've got everything open, you want to pick something to trade. I'm going to have a look at the corn futures, which is /ZC. It has an IV rank of 53.7 and an absolute IV level of 23.7%. In fact, just taking a look now, the wheat futures has an IV rank, an absolute IV level of 64.2%, which is very nice and high, and it has an IV rank of 54. So let's open up the trade tab, which is where we will be able to see a list of expiration dates for the specific underlying, and we've got two bits of information here on the left. So we've got our option expiration dates, and then next to it we have the futures contract that corresponds to that particular expiration date. So for example, February 21st is the H5 contract, March 21st, April 25th, June 20th is the N5 contract, but you don't need to worry about the specific futures contract. You just want to focus on the option expiration dates. And so the one that we want to pick needs to be between 30 and 60 days out in time. And there's one here with 50 days still left on it, March 21st. So we're going to open that up, and now we are presented with the options chain. And here we want to simply sell one call and one put, and we want to sell them outside of the expected move, which is what we can see here denoted with this vertical orange bar. If you don't have this vertical orange bar on your platform, then you can also look in the top right corner next to where it tells you your IV level. Your expected move will be in parentheses or displayed in a similar way, but in this case it's plus or minus 43.09. So we want to sell one call, one put outside of this expected move. The further out you go, the higher your probability of success, but the lower your return on capital will be. So for me, a sweet spot is in and around the 1 standard deviation level. I typically like to be anywhere between 15 and 20 deltas. So there is a little bit of skew here today, but that's not a problem. It will be a good example. So we have a 15 delta here at the 670 strike, which is a little bit further away from the 1 standard deviation level, which we would normally aim for. And there is a 14 delta on the put side at the 520 strike as well. And what you'll notice is we are outside of this expected move. We're kind of in and around the 1 standard deviation level ish. I do prioritize delta over standard deviation levels, and what we've done here is created a range for ourselves, and we want price to be within this range at expiration, which is in 50 days time. And now the chance of that happening is 78%. So our probability of profit is 78%, which is our probability of making at least 1 penny on this trade. But if we want to get out of this position in less than 50 days, and we don't want to wait all the way to expiration, we have our P50 number here, which is basically the likelihood of making at least 50% profit on this position. It's not displayed for futures. However, your P50 is typically going to be 10 to 15% higher than your POP, so you'd be looking at a P50 of 90% plus. So we're looking at probabilities of success of between 78 and 90%. So very, very high probabilities of success. And our max profit, which is what we would collect in premium as soon as the order gets filled, is $512.50, and our broker is going to require just under or just over 1.1k in buying power to open this position. So as you can see already, we are getting a very high return on capital, a little bit under 50% return in just 50 days. But what if we want to be more aggressive and make more money? Well, we can go, let's say, to the 20 delta on either side. Let me just quickly put my password in again. And let's say we go to the 20 delta. Well, we can go to the 19 delta, which is close enough, and we've got a 20 delta on the call side. As you can see, we're still outside of the expected move, which is good. Our pop has dropped just a little bit by a couple of percent, but our max profit now is $731, and our buying power requirement is just under 1.3k. So now we have a over 50% return on our capital. And in very high IV environments, you can be more aggressive and go to, say, the 30 delta. We go to the 29 delta on the call side and the 28 delta on the put side. Again, we still have a 66% of making 100% profit on this trade at the point of expiration, and our P50 at this time would be still 80% plus. But now we're collecting just under 1.2k in buying power, and our buying power we're just under 1.2k in premium, and our buying power requirement is just under 1.4k. So we'd almost be making a 100% return in 50 days if you wanted to go to the 30 delta. So this is how you can get a high return even if you have a small account, but you do need to keep in mind the amount of buying power that you are allocating to these positions. So in order to figure that out, we've created a free position sizing template that's available for everyone to use and get a hold of. Link is in the description. The way it works is you enter in the size of your portfolio at the top. So say if you have a $10,000 account, below you can then enter in what the current VIX level is, say if it's 15.7, and everything will be automatically calculated for you. It will tell you the maximum amount of buying power you should be allocating to your positions, etc. And as long as you follow this, you'll be absolutely fine over the long term. If you would like to learn in more detail about what we do and how we do it, link will be in the description. This time click on EDS Premium, get yourself signed up. Inside, you will have access to our portfolios that will allow you to see the positions that we're placing, how we manage risk, the adjustments that we make, all in real time. There's a full course as well, so no prior knowledge is required. We will teach you everything from start to finish. And if you get stuck, it is a private community, so you can speak with like-minded individuals or with myself directly, and there's a 100% money-back guarantee. So once you've studied the course, followed some of our trades, if after 6 months you haven't been profitable, then we will work with you for free until you are, or you can simply request a full refund. So it's completely risk-free. It's $9.99 a month to join right now, but the price will be increasing. However, whatever price you're getting at, that's the price that's locked in for you, so you are rewarded for getting in early. And the aim of EDS Premium is to teach you the skill. We do not want to keep you dependent on us. We want to give you the skill, and once you've learned it, it's something that you can take with you for the rest of your life, and nobody can ever take it away from you. And we aim to get you to that point of where you are completely self-sufficient within 6 to 12 months. You are always welcome to stay and be a part of the community, but within 6 to 12 months you should be good to go. So with that being said, I will see you guys on the inside.